channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Faith. Thank you so much for being here. Today I am doing a classic holiday red lip look, showing you how I would do my skin and eyes when pairing my makeup with a red lip. Now that Thanksgiving's over, I am ready for all of the Christmas and holiday themed makeup, so I wanted to bring you guys one right away. I hope that you guys enjoy it. If as you're watching you like what you see, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, all you have to do is hit the red subscribe button. It's totally free. And then just hit that notification bell as well if you want to be notified of when I upload videos. You kind of have to do that these days because on YouTube there's like so much going on. You could easily miss me, and I don't want you to miss me because I'll miss you. In this video, I use a lot of new face products that I actually really ended up loving, so I'm excited about that. And you should also know that after this video, I am filming my favorite red lipsticks for holiday. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you see that video and check out all of my favorite red lipsticks. I'm gonna show a bunch of different kinds, why I like them, and maybe you could find your favorite for this holiday season. That's it though, guys. Let's get right on into this tutorial. Okay, I'm going to start with skin today, and I am so excited to try out this new glowy primer I have. This is the Wonder Glow from Charlotte Tilbury, and you can use this a few different ways. You can use it mixed in your foundation, you can use it on top of your foundation, or you can use it as a primer. So I'm gonna use it as a primer. It's very glowy and like golden, which is what I want our skin to be, is really nice and glowy, golden tones, and then complement that with a red lip. So I thought this would be perfect to test out. It has a nice, very mild scent. It's not overly powering, so that's good. And it did give my skin a little bit of a glow, so far so good. Next, I'm gonna hop into foundation. I have my Too Faced Born This Way foundations, and I have two shades. So in the summer, I'm light beige, and in the winter, I'm ivory. I think I probably need to go with ivory at this point. I've still been trying to use light beige and pretend I have some sort of a tan, but I really don't. So I just put about 2 pumps on the back of my hand. I warm that up with my finger. This is just the way I like to apply this foundation in particular. It just needs a little warm up or else it can get a little bit thick. Then I just pinpoint where I want the most coverage. So I normally start here on the nose, where I have any blemishes. Tiny bit on the forehead, don't need a lot. I want to do kind of like a light to medium coverage, and even though this is more of a medium to full coverage foundation, I'm just going to make it into a light to medium coverage foundation by not applying a lot. Then I'm going to take my beauty sponge and blend this all out. Yep, that's definitely the right color match for me right now. I need to get into some fake tanning again. I've been thinking about doing my fake tan routine because a ton of you guys, like on here on YouTube, because a ton of you guys always ask me what I use and do. So if you want to see that, let me know. Okay, next we're going to do a little bit of concealer, just a little bit. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm not going to use as much as I normally do because I really want our skin to look youthful, like not caked up and all glammed up. I want the skin to look really natural. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in there, and then I'll do a tiny bit on any blemishes I have and a little down the nose, and that's it. I'm going to take whatever is left on the sponge and just go over my lids to cancel out any redness and give us a nice base just so that the lid space looks clean. We're not going to do much eyeshadow at all. Actually, I'm not even really using an eyeshadow palette for my eyes today. I'm going to keep it really simple, but you do still want that area to look clean. It'll look unfinished if you don't cover that area up. Okay, I'm just gonna do a light dusting of powder underneath there with the original Laura Mercier translucent powder. I've been loving this original loose powder that everyone raved about for the longest time. I've just been still loving it. I take some around the nose as well, because that's where I can get a little bit of like cracking and cakiness. And then whatever's left I take down like in my T-zone area and on my chin. Then for the rest of the face, I do like to powder that as well. And I use the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation powder. This is the shade Golden Ivory. This is my kind of like winter shade. Oops, wrong brush. I take my big fluffy e.l.f. brush. This is like $1 or $2. And just lightly dust this all over the face, specifically mostly in this area where we're gonna put down like our contour and blush and everything, because that will make those products go on the face a lot easier than if we had wet foundation there. Before we finish off the face, I just want to do my brows because I kind of just like to get them out of the way. So I'm going to use the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in dark brown or dark brunette, and fill these suckers in. I do have a full brow routine video, which I will put up in the cards if you want to see how I do that, but in this video I'm just going to kind of speed through this, and you can do your brows however you'd like or watch that tutorial. Okay, brows are filled in. For brow gel, I've been loving this from Lime Crime. The whole like label rubbed off, but I'm pretty sure it's called the Bushy Brow Gel. It has the skinniest little spoolie and I just love it. It's the shade Smoky, which is like a really dark black brown almost. I just love how tiny the spoolie is. And I love getting a little color in there as opposed to like a clear brow gel. Now we can move on to the face. I'm feeling very pale and gross, so let's move on to contour and bronzer. I'm gonna use another new product to me. I have not tried this before. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Sculpt and Highlight palette, and I'm very excited to try this because I have been eyeing this for a very long time and I've heard really, really good things about it. So I'm gonna take this brush from Delium. It's the 966 Duo Fiber Face Shading Brush into the Sculpt section, and I have a feeling that this shade is going to be perfect for like my winter skin tone. It just looks really nice and cool, and I like that it is matte, but it doesn't look like super dry. So let's see. So I always start my contour like right here underneath the cheekbone and just stamp most of the product towards the back and then start blending downward. Oh yeah. That's really, really nice. Oh yeah, I really, really like that. I was so excited. Charlotte Tilbury sent me like a whole bunch of products. I don't even know how. I didn't even know they were coming. Like no one reached out to me or anything, so it was kind of a surprise. But I have been really interested to try more of their products because the Victoria's Secret fashion show, that's all they used for makeup was Charlotte Tilbury. So I saw a ton of makeup that looked really pretty and I wanted to try, and now I have a bunch. Just taking some on the forehead as well. Just tie in the color. See, like this side I think looks a lot more cohesive, whereas this side, it makes this look more obvious if you don't put some on the forehead as well. This kind of ties everything together. I'm also going to take some down my nose as well, just a tiny bit. I'm not going to do a super serious nose contour, but just tying in the color. Just like this. Perfect. I might come back to this highlight. Let's see. I don't know. Is this... I can't tell if this is supposed to be like a cheek highlight or it's supposed to be... Yeah, I think that's supposed to be a cheek highlight. It's definitely too shimmery and like highlight. Like I thought at first maybe it was for under eyes, but I'm pretty sure that's a highlight. So I might come back to that for highlight. I have another highlight I want to try. Maybe we'll just do both. But yeah, that's fun. I do want to warm up the skin like just right here a little bit. So I have my Laura Mercier Baked Bronzer. I'm just going to take a tiny bit. This is the Real Techniques sculpting brush, and just warm up like right here on the cheekbones where the sun would naturally hit you. So this is going just above the contour, and what that does is just make the contour look a little bit more natural. I feel like I'm using a ton of face products in this video, but I'm making up for it by not doing a lot of eyeshadow. Everything will be linked down below too, of course. All right, for blush, we're doing a red lip, obviously, and I'm gonna do a more cool toned red lip. So whenever I do a cool toned red lip, which basically just means it kind of has like a blue undertone to it, I like to use a blush that has a similar undertone. So a baby doll pink or something like that is really good, or maybe like a mauve blush or something like that. So today I'm going to use the Milani Dolce Pink blush. This is more of that like baby pink type of shade. It has that cool tone to it, so it won't contrast with the lip color. It doesn't have to match perfectly. I just like to match the undertones. So that's a little tip there on how to match your lip to your blush. So I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush. I'm just going to apply a little bit right here to the back apple side of the cheek. I always like to take my blush on my nose as well. I just think it ties it in and makes you look really cute and like flushed. Okay, I'm gonna do things in a little bit different order than I normally would. So normally I go on to eyes, but I think I'm gonna finish with eyes and then lips. And I'm actually going to spritz my face and do highlight now. The reason for that is just because the eyes are gonna be really, really simple today. I'm not gonna have any fallout on my face from eyeshadow that I might have to clean up before setting my face and things like that. So I kinda wanna just see how the face turns out and get it glowy and then go from there. So I'm gonna use the MAC Fix Plus Gold Light one, which has like gold shimmers in it. This is gonna make our skin look really, really glowy. And then we're gonna add on some highlight and shimmer to the cheeks. Don't hold back on the setting spray either. Make sure you get a good douse on your skin. And then what I like to do before adding any highlight is just make sure this is all melded in. So I use my sponge and just kind of pat this over everything. It really gets the setting spray pushed into the powders and makes your skin look like skin again. Sometimes when I do that, I notice that my blush kind of looks a little dull, so I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more blush, which is fine to do as long as you're not using like a super matte chalky blush. If you're using a matte blush, this might, I don't know, mess up your makeup because the setting spray is wet, but since I'm using a really glowy, almost highlight-like blush, it's not a big deal at all. Now I'm going to use a really glowy gold, really reflective highlight, and this is from Lancome. This is their dual finish highlighter, and the shade is Radiant Rose Gold, which I thought is perfect for this season and this red lip look. I wanted gold, but I like that it's more of like a pinky rose gold. I think it'll just look really nice. So this is actually a little bit deep for my skin tone. You'll be able to see here, it's a little deep. So I'm going to make sure to keep this more on the apples of the cheeks, because right here we want to keep nice light and bright. That's where I think I'm going to go back in with the Charlotte Tilbury palette. But for this highlight, I'm going to keep it kind of on the cheeks and almost use it like a cheek topper. So I'm using this brush. This is actually a tapered contour brush from Delium, but I like it for highlight. I'm just going to apply it right here. Ooh, yes. See how nice and glowy that made my cheek? Versus this cheek, which is kind of glowy, but this one's like bam, glowy. I do want to add this to the nose. Love that. And then for the traditional highlight area, I'm going to go back to the Charlotte Tilbury palette and see how this highlighter goes. I'm going to use this. This is a soft blend concealer brush, but I like it for defined highlights. This is from Sigma. I'm just going to take it like that. Oh, that picks up a lot of product. So definitely tap it off, and we can always add more. So I'm gonna add this right here, the high point. That's a lot more intense and pretty than I thought it was gonna be. I was a little underwhelmed with my finger swatch, but that's gorgeous. You kind of want to blend this now into the cheek as well so they seamlessly go together. You're kind of going like from a deeper highlight into a light wash. It's so natural looking, but it's still like there. It's definitely there. I'm also going to take some of this down the nose. So now we have nice glowy skin. Let's move on to eyes. So what I'm gonna do is actually, I just closed that palette, but I'm gonna open it back up. I'm gonna take this Sculpt shade and just run that through my crease and then put that highlight in my inner corner, and that's basically gonna be everything we do for the eyes. So I'm using a blending concealer brush from Delium just as an eyeshadow brush. It's just like a larger, denser brush, and I just like this to sweep color kind of messily into the eyes. When it's a really simple look, it's a nice brush. Okay, now I'm gonna take a more definer little baby brush. Can I find you? Okay, we'll use this. This is a lip brush actually, but it'll work for this. I'm gonna take the highlight shade and pop that in the inner corner. Is that bright enough? Can you see that? I can see it. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. It's very natural and pretty. Then I'm gonna take this under the brow bone as well. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Really natural, but definitely like there. Sometimes natural highlight for me is just like too natural. This is honestly like the perfect, almost bridal like highlight. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to lashes, and I've been loving this mascara from Glossier. The reason I love this is when I'm going to apply falsies, I don't really want a ton of mascara on, and this just really precisely takes every little lash and just coats it evenly without it getting clumpy. It's also perfect for your lower lashes. So I will just apply a little bit to the top and bottom. If you shop through my Glossier link, I think you'll get, it's either 10 or 20% off. So I always put that below in the description bar. My favorites from Glossier, I think you have to spend $30 though to get that, so this is not $30. I think it's like 12 or something. But if you wanted to do a little Glossier shopping, I definitely would recommend this mascara, and then I would also recommend getting some of their Cloud Paint blushes if you're interested in trying liquid blushes. They're really, really good. Or their clear lip gloss is like the best. So I'm not even gonna re-dip it because I don't want a lot on the brush. I'm just gonna take some underneath on my lower lashes. So I'm gonna try something else different today. Normally I would do liner if I was gonna do lashes, but I've been seeing a lot of people just applying their lashes without liner, and it looks really clean and a little more natural. You don't have to apply lashes for this look. If you just wanted to then add the red lip, you could totally stop and just add your red lip and be done, but I want to add some lashes. So I don't have any clear lash glue, and I don't really like clear lash glue because on me, I feel like it just never dries clear. It looks like yellow or just like gross. So I'm still gonna use black lash glue, but I'm gonna make it really thin on the band and try to keep it super neat. And if I have to add a little liner on top to conceal it, then I'll do that. I'm gonna use these lashes from Icon. This is the style Drunk in Love. So I'm just gonna apply these. Rice Krispie break. I'm letting the glue on my lashes dry, and I got so hungry. If you didn't watch my life update, I'm pregnant and I get hungry all the time, and if I don't eat, because I'm still at the end of my first trimester, if I don't eat, I get super nauseous. So Can you hear the snap, crackle, pop? Those are intense. Okay, while those are drying, I'm gonna finish my Rice Krispies and I'll be right back to add some liner and do our lips. Okay, I'm actually just gonna use black eyeshadow. You can use any black eyeshadow. I'm gonna take the one from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna connect in the band to the tear duct because the band ends here, but then you have like this whole little section. So now you can see I just added in a little black there versus here. It looks kind of blank and weird. So add in a little black there and then carry it across the lash band. Just to diffuse that a little bit more, I'm going to take this pencil brush from Sigma and go into a dark brown and just go over that all again and blend that. I'm going to take my mascara and just make sure everything's blended together. Onto lips. So I have a few options in front of me. I'm actually going to be doing a video after this on my favorite red lips for the holidays. I have a ton, so I'm gonna pick one from this little pile I have in front of me and I'm gonna keep the rest a secret so that you have to go watch that video and see what my other favorites are. But I think I'm actually gonna use this one because my lips have been so dry. This is the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte, so it's not a super drying formula, and the shade is Immortal. It's so pretty. Here, I'll show you before I put it on. It's like a perfect blue red, like true red, with a tiny bit of a blue cool undertone. The applicator's nice, so I'm not even gonna use a lip liner. Woo! That is a statement. I love it though. Oh, do the teeth check. We do like this. Anisha, are they good? I think we're good. So this is the finished holiday red lip look. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. It is so nice to be back. I'm so excited to keep doing holiday themed makeup looks and holiday type of videos. Let me know down below in the comments what you'd like to see from me this month for the Christmas season. Also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already and subscribe to my channel. That would mean so much to me. I love you all so much and I will see you in my next one. Bye!